Yeah, and you kind of said earlier too about like your sharing with the Bonner class was like ripping off like an old band-aid, like tearing open an old wound. It hurt a lot for you, didn't it?
Yeah.
And that's the thing is like this healing, like it comes with a lot of pain. It comes with a lot of hurt, a lot of suffering. The biggest lie of our society is that that's bad. You don't want that. You don't want to suffer. You don't want to hurt.
Yeah.
But when Jesus comes, he just transforms that for us. So one of the biggest things that's missing in a lot of like healing for people, a lot of walking with people is just letting ourselves hurt for a while, letting ourselves suffer. It's very good. It's very fruitful.
We've forgotten how to suffer.
Yeah,
I know we have, and it's a shame. Um, it's such a beautiful part of our faith to take suffering and unite it with the cross. I mean, I don't like suffering. I'm like everybody else, I don't want
yeah,
to suffer.
yeah,
But I know that, I mean, like these last couple of years financially have just been a mess for us. But I said to Trisha, her and I already know when we're suffering, God's trying to get something accomplished with us. So instead of fighting it and battling it, just be with it. Like that's
yeah,
just be with it and figure out what he's trying to do. And you're right, John, is that's what happened for me. I mean, if anyone if you've had a sore spot before, you don't want to touch, like, say, you hurt yourself. And if somebody
yeah,
goes to touch it, you're like, oh, don't touch it there. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's
yeah.
my sore spot or whatever.
Hmm.
Well, what I learned through this healing process was when we don't go like this and guard it and we just open it up, there's nothing that's more gentle than like Jesus or Mary's touch. Like they just get in there. And I don't mean to sound, like corny or anything like that, but they get in there and they just heal all of it. I mean, it's like you took a heart that was completely just damaged, broken, injured. It's like black. It wasn't even red anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they just got in there. And the more that I let them in, the more that they just, continued to nurture my heart and bring it back.
Wow.
And I know that's not just specific to me. I'm married, so I talk to Trisha about this all the time. And the same thing's happening for her is all those little broken parts, or injured parts in her heart, they're all just being, brought back to life again. And that's the power. That's what Jesus does for all of us. And people don't realize it's a shame, John. Like Trisha, um, so just for clarity, is she got pregnant in high school, and we went to a Planned Parenthood in Atlantic City, and she got an abortion, and then she got pregnant again in college, and and then told her parents, and so that led to the second abortion. People don't realize the long-lasting effect this is going to have on you.
Mm.
Trisha is pregnant with our seventh child and waking up having nightmares of being back on the abortion table. So people don't, I mean, so again, to your point is we have to be open about it. We have to speak about it. We have to allow suffering to be, and then we have to take that suffering and unite it with the cross and let Jesus do what he does with everything, which is makes all things new, makes all things good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brings you to the Father too.
Yeah, right. He brings us to the
Um,
Father, exactly.